The stimulus package announced a $150,000 asset write-off for small business. How does this apply to you? I'm Sam Keats from Keats Accounting, and this week's tax tip is about the changes to the asset write-off provisions. There has been so much movement in this area over the last few years. It has been a rolling series of extensions and changes that are really hard for us to keep up with, so I can imagine it's really hard for business owners to keep up with what's happening. Essentially, the way the small business asset write-off works is if you go and purchase an asset for use in your business, you match the deduction to the purchase. So it means if you were to go and buy some new computers for your business, instead of having to claim a deduction for those over a number of years, you can claim a deduction at the time you buy it. So if you spend $5,000 on computers, your income would be $5,000, you pay less tax. You don't get the $5,000 back from the government. It's a tax deduction, not a tax offset. So what's going to happen is it's going to reduce the amount of tax that you're going to pay. As part of the stimulus package that was announced, the government has increased the small business asset write-off from its current limit of $30,000 up to $150,000, and they've also broadened it so that it now applies to a much greater range of businesses. So it applies to bigger businesses as well as the smaller ones now. So in real terms, what does that mean? Well, it means if you needed to invest in some major equipment for your business, you can go out and purchase that, reduce your income, pay less tax. You can actually finance the asset, that's absolutely no problem, so you don't have to have the cash. It's all about stimulating our economy and getting businesses to keep spending and to keep those businesses running with the hope of keeping people employed. So part of this was about giving businesses the ability to continue to employ people or to perhaps expand and employ more people. Now, the most common thing we get asked about is vehicles. So does this mean you can go and spend $150,000 on a car for your business? And unfortunately, the answer to that is no. While the asset write-off might be $150,000, we do have other legislation that we need to consider as well. And there is a depreciation limit on vehicles. It's about $57,000. Once you get beyond that, it can cost you a lot of money in fringe benefits tax, and you can't write the vehicle off to the amount that you've spent. So please don't let the car salesman tell you that you can buy a $150,000 car. He's not a tax agent and he's wrong, and I will happily argue that for you. But if you're looking at a vehicle purchase, by all means get the quote. Send it through to us. We can have a look at it for you. Make sure that you're getting a good deal on your finance, but also make sure that you are maximising the benefits for your business and paying the least amount of tax possible. So if you've got any questions about how the small business asset write-off might work for you, for buying a car or any other asset for your business, please give us a call.